Hello everyone, this is KaiFu here. Today we have game 3 in the series with FoWTCG held at Neko. This is the Asia Grand Prix. On my left side we have Miki, who is playing a green rush deck along with a combination of blue and black. While on my right side we have Trung, who is actually playing a resurrection deck, which is Diablos. Now, since in game 2 that Miki had enough damage on board to do enough damage to Trung to reduce his life point to 0. So let's go on with the game. Now, both players are setting up their field presence on, and while Trung is actually milling with Buzz to get more stuff in the graveyard to filter his graveyard with big resonator for his Diablos to resurrect it. For example, the previous turn, Buzz actually milled a Fafnir. Fafnir is a 5-cost 900-600 flying dragon and it's really difficult to handle with. And milling again with Buzz, one of the key cards actually in Diablo's deck. Now back to Miki's turn. Miki tap for a magic stone and break for something, but nothing in her break zone at the moment. Now she's thinking what she can do at the moment. Attacking for 200 directly, and Miki uses Thunder to actually destroy the blocker, and the attack will go through, making the line on 500 attack and 500 defense. Next, Miki plays the Tin Man for extra defense overall. Next turn, Trung actually used Kiss of Death, actually destroying the lion, because if the lion keeps on hitting, that Trung has to sacrifice his field presence, and not only that, that lion will get extra bigger if you decide to let it go through. So a very smart play overall, but however, it was kind of a waste of a Kiss of Death, but in a situation like this, he actually had to do it, or the lion will be a big threat in the long run. Next, back to Miki's turn, playing Dorothy, and assuming she's using Awakening. Yep, she's using Awakening, check top 5 and adding a Silver Boot, Lion, Scarecrow or Tin Man from that pile to her hand. Now putting the rest back to the bottom, adding a Silver Shoe and a Lion. Let's see what she can do. She has the Dorothy to pressure by hitting it, and it will actually produce another magic stone overall, attacking to 200 directly, pulling Trung down to from 3,800 to 3,600 life points. Now Miki's just teasing Trung with like, should I attack or not, and saying that no, don't do it. But if I was Miki, I would actually attack with the Dorothy, because it will force my opponent to actually either block for it. If they block it, they lose one of the key cards. Example, Buzz. Buzz is one of the key cards for this deck, getting the engine going overall. So if she attack, even if the attack didn't go through, Trung will also lose a Resonator, which is a milling Resonator. So let's see what can Trung do in this situation. At the moment, Trung doesn't have a lot of stuff he can do, but he can create a field presence with his ruler ability, but the Resonator will be removed at the end of the turn. He plays a Cerberus on the field using Cerberus skill by discarding a card when it comes to play. Filling that graveyard with skeletons and big Resonators, and more skeleton milling by Buzz. If he actually break the skeleton soldier or warrior, he can actually resurrect all the skeleton back, which is a really big impact in this game. Now let's see what can Miki do in this situation. She's attacking with the Tin Man. Well, no way, she's not attacking with Tin Man. Paying 1 to play Silver Shoe and pumping Tin Man to 800 attack. Silver Shoe actually pumped 300, but Tin Man's ability pumps by 200 more, so making 800. Let's see what can Trung do. Trung actually is blocked with the Cerberus, so Miki loses 2 cards while Trung loses 1. But if I was Miki, I wouldn't actually equip the Silver Shoes. The reason why that if Tin Man's gonna die, you might as well give Explosion than wasting one of your resources away. And during Trung's, he activate a break and get the Skeleton Warrior, able to resurrect all the Skeleton Warrior in his graveyard. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 Skeleton Warriors been resurrected from the graveyard. Now that's a lot of field on the field. Miki attacks with the Little Mermaid and forcing the opponent to block. And yeah, let's see what can Miki do in this situation. Attacking directly with Dorothy, blocking by giving the Dorothy explosion so you can put Kukunuchi in the graveyard. Kukunuchi is originally a 5-cost, but once on the field at the end of the turn, the control of the card draws until he has 7 cards in hand, so it's a really good draw engine. Now be wondering, why will she discard the graveyard? You have to find out in the video later which will you find why is in the graveyard necessary. So let's see what can Trung do in this situation. At the moment, he got a lot of defensive cards at the moment by breaking that Skeleton Warriors, giving a lot of defense to stop that Red Samurai's ability, using all the 2-cost ability to attack right away with a heavy rush attack. So let's see what's gonna happen. Trung is thinking about his options at the moment, having lots of plays and so on. Let's see what he can do. Attacking 400 to the Little Mermaid. So both Resident will die, but Miki gets a draw at the end of the turn, end of the day. But however, if Trung destroys the Little Mermaid, it will force the opponent to play more field cards on the field, because without field presence, this Mickey's in big trouble because of that. And when attacking with another skeleton, Mickey block and give explosion to Elf Priest, and taking a huge chunk of damage, putting Mickey down to 3,100 life point, compared to Trung's 3,600 life point. Now, life points and field advantage will go to Trung, but since it could be anyone's games at the moment, let's see what will happen. Paying free to play the Cerberus on the battlefield, discarding Orochi to the graveyard. So I'm assuming next turn is Trung's big play, getting Orochi on the field and attack 8 times with it, putting 1,600 damage on board, which will put Mickey down to 1,500 if this attack goes through. Let's see what will happen now. Paying 2 to play Dorothy on the battlefield, using Awakening. I'm assuming maybe she wants to. Yes, she is. No, never mind. She's taking it back. I don't understand why she wouldn't put the Dorothy on the field. Using the Awakenings of Dorothy, but she might have a really good reason why. Let's see what she can do. Oh, she played Over the Dead. One of the key cards, the reason why Kukunuchi was in the graveyard, so it will be resurrected by the Over the Dead. Over the Dead, what it does is a resurrection card. You can target a resident in your graveyard and resurrect it. And putting a lot of cards on the battlefield, reducing Mickey's hand by really low. So at the end of the turn, she can draw at least 7 cards or 6 cards even. Let's see what happened. Mickey give the light explosion, so this Cerberus will die. At the end of the turn now, Mickey's gonna draw 7 brand new cards. That's a +7 right there for 7 resources for her to use next turn. Not only that, because she has the access to explosion, she can actually discard a lot of cards in her hand that she doesn't want to give explosion if Trung decides to put a big resident on the battlefield. Now let's see what will happen now. Trung is thinking about his situation. He has 1 buzz and 2 skeletons on the field. Let's see, because he can do a lot of massive plays at the moment. Kukunuchi is really weak at the moment because the spell card does come with a hefty cost. It's not really a hefty cost, it's just a reduction cost. Pretty much the resident with this addition will reduce 200 attack and 200 defense. However, you also need to know that if the addition gets destroyed by an addition destroyed, for example Dream of Juliet, the resonator will also die with it. So it's pretty much like Premature Burial from Yu-Gi-Oh, you can say, but without the deduction cost. Attacking 300 directly with Buzz and blocking with Dorothy. Attacking 400 directly, blocking with Kukunuchi, and so on. But Kukunuchi cannot destroy because her attack is only 300 while the defense is actually 400 actually. And Mickey broke, but she didn't break anything. It's 2,900 to compare to 3,600 life point. Let's see what's going to happen now. Trung is playing with his graveyard, see if he should resurrect with Diablo's ability. So if he actually want to do something with a big play, he can do it right now. But let's see what he can do. At the moment, his ruler is still in the recover phase. Oh wait, I think Trung did a misplay and forgot to tap for a magic stone. Even though he doesn't need it, but it's best to get more resources on the field to give yourself more option to do stuff overall. Now, back to Mickey's turn. Let's see what she can do in this situation. Attacking Dorothy with directly putting Trung down to 3,200, and Dorothy's skill will get another magic stone for her. More resource for her to play with, more 1-drops, more 2-drops to attack directly, because Trung is kind of defenseless at the moment. With both of his resonator rested, he can't actually do much unless Trung has a lot of instant spell in hand to interact with Miki's attack. Attacking with the mermaid, putting Trung down to 2,700 life point. Paying 1. Paying... no, she's not paying yet. She's thinking about her options at the moment. But I still say that Miki is still in a strong position because she can self-neg herself by discarding, putting cards on the field. The reason why is Kukunuchi will actually allow her to draw more cards in the end. And Trung broke into another Cerberus ability when it comes to play, and it will put on the field, but how about it will trigger the enter build, so meaning Trung has to discard regardless. And next he blocked with it, with the mermaid attacking, and let's see what happened. And also Miki's giving explosion to Little Mermaid, so Cerberus will not be on the battlefield, so making Trung has less option to attack with next turn. And not only that, the mermaid, when it dies in any way, the controller of that card allows you to draw 1 card. Miki plays a Sprout on the field, and using Sprout discarding the Scarecrow, playing Dorothy on the field using Awakening. Check top 5, she added Silver Shoe, and I think it was a Lion or a Tin Man. Not quite sure, I couldn't see from this angle. Attacking 400 directly. Let's see what can Trung do. Taking it again, putting down 2,300 and getting another magic stone. I'm pretty sure Trung's in a lot of trouble now, because 5 magic stones compared to what, like 8 magic stones at the moment compared to Miki's one. She has a lot more plays overall compared to Trung's turn. And at the end of the turn, ooh, no, this is not the end of the turn. Well, it is the end of the turn, but at the beginning of the draw phase, Trung is trying to activate the Diablo's ability to resurrect one from the dead. Let's see what he can do. Actually, he's switching himself. Oh, he actually getting Orochi back. So Orochi will actually can attack 8 times with that 200 punch power. Let's see what can Trung do now. He's recovering all his resonate at the moment. He has 5 resources open. So he's gonna do maybe a big play later on. Attacking 200 directly. Miki's thinking about her block. I will say I will take this attack because it's just a weak attack anyway. Attacking 400 directly and blocking with the Sprout, and the Sprout has no use anyway. It already did its job. Unless Trung plays standby, the Sprout will do nothing else. Attacking directly with Orochi and blocking Kukunuchi and using Explosion on Kukunuchi, meaning the resident will get exploded out of here. And Trung is doing Judgment by paying 5, discarding 3 cards from his hand and Judgmenting. What the Judgment does is that when it comes to play, enter build, destroy all Resonator onto the battlefield. And not only that, Trung has the ability to resurrect 3 Resonator from his graveyard and put it back on the field. If he doesn't choose 3, he can't actually resurrect 3. So obviously he has to resurrect 3 of any cards. He resurrected Mephisto, I think. Yeah, Mephisto, no, he's taking back his option. 1 Fafnir, 2 Fafnirs. Now, what does Fafnir does? Fafnir is pretty much like Phantom War. For those who don't know what Phantom War does, is Phantom War, when this card's dealt damage to, this card will reflect the damage to the opponent player. But Fafnir doesn't return to the damage to the player. It actually returns the damage to another Resonator. For example, if Miki attacked directly, if Trung used Fafnir to block, it actually redirect that extra damage to another Resonator on the battlefield. But Trung has to be really careful, because the reason why is that the reflect can reflect to your own Resonator if you're the only controlling on the battlefield. Miki using a Flame Lance before recover phase, burning 500 damage onto Trung, putting him down to 1,800 life point. Again, Thunder again, putting Trung back down to 1,300. So 1,000 damage already before even the battle phase. Miki's tapping for Magic Stone. I'm pretty sure her priority is not using the J Rule ability to flip over, destroy 2 cards on the field, but let's see what happens. Paying 2, putting Glinda on the field, and Glinda targeted herself to be unblockable for the turn. Now, she's taking it back and putting Silver Shoe under it, making it really big, attacking directly for 800, putting Trung down to 500 life point. Breaking, he got a Fafnir. Fafnir's break ability is that target resident on the field, it loses 200 attack and 200 defense. Paying 2 and using Thunder on Trung and reducing his life down to 0. So that's the game, everyone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, guys. This is round 1 in the series. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Round 2 will be up soon. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.